So Archie Goodwin, former NBA player, he has some comments or some questions really about the 1v1 scene and how it can just become better, right? And he starts his video off. We're not gonna watch the entire video. He starts his video off just talking about how he is familiar with the scene, so he's watched everybody within it, and this is the question that he really has that he wants to be fixed. So let's listen to what he's talking about.
I want to know, how can the fouling problem be addressed? Because the fouling problem to me is the biggest reason why, if there is a gap between a pro and some of the guys on YouTube, you don't see it. And I say that because of this. If I'm guarding somebody in that YouTube scene and I'm playing ones, and I know that I can stop them from getting a 2 or a 3 by fouling them and making them earn it at the line with a 1-pointer, and if they miss it, I get the ball. That's an advantage to me. So I'm gonna do that every time. I'm gonna give up 1 point every time going to 30 versus giving up 2 to 3 points every time going to 30. So what can be done to address that? Because a lot of these guys, they're playing defense with the intention of fouling at the end, unless you just make a super tough shot over them. So with the game yesterday with Bristol.
So basically that's his question. He's going to go into explaining it more. But basically, if you are familiar with the one-on-one scene, it's a ton of fouling, right? Most people will say the main difference, this is why people say it's a completely different sport, right? Completely different sport. Either because the physicality is so high, right? And he's talking about the fouling. Not only are a lot of people's intention to foul, like, hey, if you get past me, I'm just going to foul you. If you get a good move on me, I'm going to try to foul you so you can't get shot off. Not only is that going on, but they actually, like, the refs let a lot of fouling go in general. So the game is just super physical. That's why conditioning is so important. That's why when people who are not within the space come and be a part of it, they're always the first ones to get tired. Always. Because the game is just different. It's a wrestling match almost. So he's saying a lot of pros and stuff, they're not going to respect it because it really isn't. It's basketball, but it's not basketball. You know what I'm saying? There's no time in basketball where it's like, hey, yo, I'm just going to foul until I get the ball. You can't do that. And then the rules with one-on-one is normally, obviously you can't foul out. But it's like if you foul on the ground, the second foul will get the person a free throw. And whatever shot they take, if you foul them, you get a shot for 1 point. So obviously, if I'm playing in one-on-one, I'm just going to foul you all game. You're going to have to make 30 free throws. So it's like, how do you fix that? I think one of the easiest way to fix it is let the free throw be worth whatever shot you were taking. That's the easiest way to fix it. Right? That's going to instantly make people say, well, I'd actually rather you make a tough layup over me than you get a free throw for 2 points. You know what I'm saying? That'll force people to start playing defense. That's number one, the easiest way to fix it. If you get fouled on the 3, that free throw is worth 3. You get fouled on the layup, it's worth 2. You get fouled on the ground, it's worth 1. That's the easiest way to fix it. But then on top of that, if you don't want to do that and you want to keep everything 1 point, then after a certain amount of fouls, the free throw should be worth more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you foul 8 times in a one-on-one, every free throw after that should be worth 2. You get to 12 fouls, everything after that should be worth 3. I think that's the easiest way to fix it because you can't give somebody a limit to where they can foul out of a game because that is one-on-one. That's corny. You can't have somebody foul out. But there has to be consequences for fouling every single play. Because that Briscoe game, it was so much fouling in that game. And Briscoe, like, I think he made 18 free throws or something like that. I'm saying? So it's like, regardless of everything else that was going on, there's a lot of people saying that people who were cheering for Briscoe did a lot of cheating. They're pouring water on the court. They're getting the game to stop, that he can have rest time. They're crowding the court. They're threatening the referees. All of the things that were going in Briscoe's favor, I understand. But at the same time, just the thing that was going to Nas's favor is that he could just foul him every time and just he had to try to make a free throw. And that's so the defense always has the advantage. So that could clean it up some, but then what you don't want to risk is having the game be too clean to where now it looks like NBA basketball and guys aren't touching each other, because the physicality is what makes it a fun watch. That is what makes it a fun watch. But it's also the fouling is what can make it a bad watch. So there has to just be a line, and I think that either increasing the score for free throws, increasing, like I said first, either making the free throw be worth whatever the shot was worth, or having the limit so that after a certain amount, then the free throws are worth more. I think that's the best way to fix it, the fouling. I can't think of anything on top of that. If anybody else can, please comment down below and let me know, because I do want the one-on-one scene to be really popular and take form, because I think they definitely got something figured out there. You know what I'm saying? It just got to be tweaked so that it's perfect. And the only way to tweak it is to discuss it and critique it, and come up with new ideas. So first, make sure you send this video out to other people who like the one-on-one scene, just so that the discussion can go around, the discussion can take place, right? Let's just build up that one-on-one community and help the game progress and get better. Because I think that this question that Archie, that he's bringing up, is an amazing question, and it is something that has to be talked about. So you cannot have a good day unless you wake up early. All right, we got the new Jumpers for Breakfast t-shirts, and it's not just a shirt. There's an entire workout on the back, right? It says it again. You cannot have a good day unless you start early. Right here on the ingredients, these are all the shots that you need if you want to be a great shooter, right? It tells you the serving size, and it tells you how many reps you should make. Remember, these are all counting swishes, right? The serving size is one spot. So if you do these in multiple spots, you will be a very, very, very good shooter, right? On the side, it shows you the order that any of your training should go when you're working out by yourself. You don't have a program. You start with your ball handling, your finishing, form shooting, spot shooting, movement shooting, off the dribble shooting, and then you get some live reps in there, right? And at the bottom, I gave you some real game. Every move has a counter. Every counter has a pump fake, but that's not it. Everyone who purchases, you get access to my full 6-week pure score transformation, right? Which is 6 weeks worth of workouts. These are 42 workouts for you to use and become a better basketball player. This is an example of the type of workouts you would get. And you also get videos of everything that you need, right? So once you get it, you'll get access to the app. You'll be able to log in. You'll be able to ask questions. If you need more videos than what are provided, you can shoot me a message. I'll upload more videos. I just want to help people get better. Step one of doing that, go ahead, get you a Jumpers for Breakfast shirt. Make sure you head to the description, click that link, and let's start becoming better hoopers.